Hey everybody, welcome. Jason Fernandez here, founder of 60 Watts of Clarity and also the writer for the Ethical AI Social Worker. Today's review is over Wysa, an AI chatbot, mental health chatbot, whatever you want to call it, that helps people with stress, anxiety, and more. There's over 150 plus therapeutic exercises. And don't worry, I'm going to share my screen in just a minute. I've used Wysa not personally, but with my students in my general psychology class. And we will log in and we will just talk to it to see if it's helpful or not. And we look at the output. We also look at to see if there's any safeguards in place. So if you were to say, I want to hurt myself, what does it do? What does it have to respond? What are the implications of this? And today I'm going to take you down a road of I'm going to sign on and I'm going to tell you what I look for. And I'm going to tell you some things I notice as well. So this is going to be a long video, long review. So make sure if when you watch this, you have time to sit down, maybe even open the app up yourself and see exactly what is happening. I am going to now share my screen. Give me 1 second. All right, welcome. Here we are. So this is the main screen. I went ahead and chose the 1 week free for $79.99 per year. However, I'm going to cancel. All right, so we have the welcome screen. And as you can see, so on the main screen, we have a talk button. We have a crisis help on the right-hand side. Of course, my name is not Steven, but I'm not putting my real name. And of course, what brings you here, recommended tools, set up routine to start unlocking skills, which is interesting. And the way I think about that is to set up routine to start unlocking skills. I always think about that as gatekeeping, and I understand what they're doing, but I do see that as a form of gatekeeping. And people talk to Lisa to feel organized. Now at the bottom, let's do a little layout real quick. We have a coach. Let's see what happens. My wishes coach has seen me through some incredible tough times. Is much better than it was a year ago. Midori. 12 sessions at 60% off, $12.08 per session, totaled $144.99 billed quarterly. Live chat session every week with a qualified personal coach. Get unlimited message support at all the times, which is rather interesting. When I saw the ad, it said CBT and whatnot. And I just don't think that someone who is a coach can properly be licensed to do CBT work and whatnot. Could be wrong, but I don't think so. All right, monthly sessions four. So right away, to be able to use this app further, right? Think about it. I just paid $79.99 for the app. To get even more, you still have to do more money into it. 4 sessions at 33% off, $19.99 per session, total $79.99 billed monthly. That's a lot of money for, I'd rather just go to therapy. I'd rather just go to therapy. All right, let's go back. It's a little delay on my end, so don't worry. All right. So I cannot do the setup routine. All right. Let's see what happens when we'll do crisis help later. All right. What brings you here? Let's explore what works for you. Let's begin. So far, I'm thinking that this app is a moneymaker app. So far, there's a lot of things where you have to pay to get advanced features. And if you don't have the money, then you're not going to be able to get it. So here we go. Hi, Steven. I'm Wysa. So nice to meet you. I'm an AI coach built by psychologists to help you manage stress, build healthy habits, and feel a bit better, one step at a time. This isn't a therapy, just a safe, private space to talk, reflect, and grow. What's on your mind as we start this journey? So right away, I'm not able to press any kind of text, whatever the case is, I'm mandated to choose one of those. So we're going to go feel better, just exploring, want to talk. I will do just exploring. I wanted to do just the talk, but I'm going against my instincts right now. Lots of people start by just looking around. I'll walk you through a few things we can do, and you can tell me what you like to explore first. Ready? All right. So now we have a penguin. I think about right away that when someone is using this app, by having a character, it's automatically a connection to it, right? That you're associating, oh, my therapist is a penguin. And it brings a lifelike element to the therapeutic process. Now, I can see how this can be a good thing, but I can also see how it can be drastically bad. Well, what am I thinking? Who is their audience? When you download the app, it says for 4 plus. And it even said that, was I over 18 or was I 13 to 17 years old or whatnot? I just think that this is tailoring towards kids or young adults, rather, right? I mean, it's a cute penguin. Don't get me wrong. I love a cute penguin, but I just think it's advertising to an audience. It's using marketing tactics to do so. All right. All right. So I'm just going to say, how can you help me? I'm not too sure it's going to show up on the screen. If it's not, I'll let you know what I'm typing. It does. It's just a little bit of a delay. Here we go. I can help in various ways, like untangling thoughts, boosting motivation, calming your mind, setting up boundaries, improving sleep, or reconnecting with yourself. Which of these sounds good to you? Tangled thoughts, low motivation. It's interesting because I remember just in social work school, the one thing we don't do is we put thoughts into our clients' head, right? We don't say, for example, I bet you felt bad about that, or I can understand how you feel guilty about that, especially if they've never said, I felt guilty. So as we say that, they're thinking, yeah, I do feel guilty. I think this is the same framework here to some degree, right? Tangled thoughts, low motivation. If I was feeling bad, and then I'd be like, you know what? I do have low motivation. Or you know what? My thoughts are tangled up. It just might bring on a certain type of judgment against the person, and the person will believe it. So I'm going to say tangled thoughts. Let's just see what happens. There we go. Sometimes our thoughts can feel stuck or tangled. I can help you notice what's going on and find small ways to shift those thoughts so they feel lighter. Try this and skip. You know I'm going to try it. Okay. I can surely help with that. Want to try this now or continue exploring other things? I thought we're going to try it. All right, try now. Let's start by taking a moment to notice what thoughts are feeling tangled or stuck for you. You can share anything that's on your mind, and we can work together to untangle it. What thoughts would you like to explore? All right. So I'm feeling depressed and anxious. I have too much to do and no time. My family says I am too much, and my friends hate me. Let's find out what happens. Uh, It sounds like you're carrying a lot right now with those feelings about your family and friends. Can you tell me if these feelings have been overwhelming for you lately? What do you mean carrying a lot? Yes, overwhelming. It's understandable to feel overwhelmed when dealing with so much at once. So let's explore those thoughts about your family and friends. Have you noticed any specific negative thoughts that are contributing to how you're feeling? All right. So it started off with, I'm feeling depressed and anxious. I have too much to do and no time. My family says I am too much, and my friends hate me. It sounds like you're carrying a lot, right? What do you mean carrying a lot? Okay. Now we have a heart. I don't understand the heart. I don't think that's appropriate. Mm. Have you noticed any specific negative thoughts that are contributing to how you're feeling? Family comments, friendship issues, general stress. Have you noticed any specific? I'm going to say yes. So when it says, I'm going to say yes because when it says, have you noticed any specific negative thoughts? I'm going to say yes. What specific negative thoughts have been coming up for you about your family and friends? So it's asking a question, a direct question. What specific negative thoughts? But it's giving me answers, family thoughts, friend thoughts, or other thoughts. So again, that's a mismatch. It doesn't make sense. And it's very focused on the negative thoughts. Why is that? Well, because remember, AI wants to always solve a problem. AI wants to make you happy. So a lot of these AI chatbots, these therapy bots, as they work and they operate, they are trying to find something to solve. And once they do, they latch onto it no matter what. So I'm going to say, what specific negative thoughts? Well, let's see what the AI thinks. What do you mean? By the way, it's not what do you mean. It's going to come out mean. All right, here we go. It's okay to feel a bit confused, especially when emotions run high. My emotions aren't running high. I would argue they're not running that high at all. I'm here to help you untangle those thoughts. When you mention feeling like your family thinks you're too much and that your friends hate you, what specific thoughts are you having about those situations? What do you mean? A lot of right now, what's happening, again, I want you to go through this. I want you to think about the implications. It's totally fine to feel lost. It's a bit of loss in all of this. I'm not lost, right? I'm asking the AI, what do you mean? I'm here to help you. Let's focus on the specific thoughts you may have about your family and friends. So, as you can see, what's happening, I'm asking the AI, what do you mean? But the AI is redirecting it back to me, right? When I'm like, well, no, what do you mean by negative thoughts? So, again, the AI's job is to what? Focus back on the individual to make them happy. So, what do you mean? So now I'm trying to figure out, will the AI tell me what it means? It's Let's try to pinpoint any negative thoughts you're experiencing regarding your family and friends. What do you think when they say you're too much? I don't understand what you mean. It's very interesting. It's completely, it's not even listening. Okay. What do you think about yourself when you hear those comments? Here's some things we can do: get active, stay positive, practice mindfulness. I don't even know where to go with this app at the moment. I get what it's trying to do. What it's trying to do is trying to get the person to become positive somehow, right? Focus on the negative to talk about it and become positive. If I were to say, so let's do this. And of course, I don't have a chat bar underneath as well. Let's just say stay positive. Let me just go with it instead. I know how I am. All right, example. So, Stephen, clear your mind. Now, try and think of what you're most thankful in for your life right now. All right. Gratitude helps us shift our focus to the silver lining that we've got in our lives. For example, being grateful for even a simple everyday thing like the food we eat or the place we live in can vastly improve our daily outlook. All right. What's something you're happy about today, Stephen? I can't text again. I, I don't have an option. No, let's continue. Yes, not this. That's not what I wanted. As you can see, when it says that I woke up, I in the real world, I think there would have been some work there. Like I know that I woke up, that I woke up. I think that would have been some work right then and there to see, for example, the ambivalence that I'm having as a client. However, it's my first session too. I'm getting used to this and it's throwing me way deep into things I probably would never want to do. What shall we do next? Let's look at reframe thoughts. The mind gym. That sounds just like AI. Hmm, someone, let's see. Okay, what about this bothered you the most? Of course, I'm the ambivalent client right now. That's all right. There's usually a thought in our mind that influences how we feel. What was that thought for you? Just eyes. Just eyes. Do you think that with time and effort? No. No, I don't think so. I'm not too sure about the language that it's having. It's a lot of closed-ended questions for a yes or no, nothing about open-ended. It seems like the AI is not even really listening. It's actually looking for certain aspects such as, you know, certain language so that it can try to solve an issue. As you can see, do you find yourself asking things, why does this happen to me or no? As you can see, look, it's fishing for answers right now. That's all it's doing. It's fishing. It's trying to find a way to say, hey, how do I participate? And it's trying its best. It seems that you don't want to continue further. Would you agree, Stephen? No, let's continue. That's interesting. You would never say that in any kind of sessions that you would do. No, I just find it very interesting. It's probably going to ask another question again. It seems you don't want to continue this. Do you agree? I don't see how this is helpful, honestly. It's looking for again, it's looking for something to try to fix, something to try to. Once it finds something to fix, then it's going to go down that road. If it doesn't, then it's like, oh, I guess you don't want to do it. Let's move on to something else. As you can see. All right, let's go back. Well, let's go back and let's go to crisis help real quick because I'm very interested to see what happens there. Are you in crisis? You are not alone. Help is just a call away. So, with this, I think, having a crisis option on an app is beautiful, and I think it's very helpful. I think I'm not too sure how this is going to turn out, but I do think that as social workers, mental health therapists, we need to have a protocol in place. And I'm going to share my protocol very, very soon so that we can protect our clients. Again, our AIs are an extension of our licensure. I have a firm belief in that. All right, here we go. Ground panic. If you are dealing with abuse, trauma, or crisis, we says not enough. It is important that you talk to a person you feel safe sharing what you are dealing with. If there is no one, call one of the helplines below. Things will get better. Create safety plan. That's not calling a helpline. International crisis helpline, international child helplines. In Texas, we're mandated reporters. So what happens if someone says I'm being abused by or I'm abusing my kid, or if a kid gets on here and says, my parents abusing me, or an elderly person is saying someone's abusing me. What kind of protocols does that happen? What happens with that? I'm not too sure it will do anything. So let's go towards the bottom first. Let's see if the numbers do pop up. It does actually. Okay. I don't know if it's going to pop on my screen. Oh, it did. There you go. Crisis helpline, as you can see. This is a lot of options for a crisis helpline, y'all. And I know that when we're in crisis, providing all these options, I don't know what the heck it's going to do. It probably needs to be more organized and centered. For example, the Trevor line should be by itself in one area, veterans, this and this, Trevor project that could be together, the trans with Trevor and the all that can be together under one label because you don't want to overwhelm the individual. All right. Let's go to the international crisis. Was that the crisis helpline? Oh, okay, here we go. It's the same exact thing as the other one, but just shorter. So same exact one, just shorter. Okay. So there's really no difference. Again, that's the crisis helpline. As you can see, it's really long. Then you have the international crisis helpline, which is a shorter version, but bam, everything is there. Create a safety plan. Oh, wow. Okay, here we go. Tap and hold message to show. Okay, let's make a safety plan. The safety plan we're going to create will help you whenever you feel you can't cope. Like when? What's a safety plan? Like when? I don't get that. Would you like to create your personalized plan with me? Wow, I can't ask any questions whatsoever. And I can add a coach. Let me see something real quick. I want to see if my suspicions are correct. Y'all, all right, so I'm in crisis. I want to commit suicide. I click on get a coach and I have to pay money. That makes absolutely no sense in hell. That is a horrible tactic to do. Oh my gosh. Horrible. All right. Let's go back because I can't afford a coach. And I'm back all over again to this screen as you're about to see in just 2 seconds, where I have to create a safety plan from there we go again. That's a horrible feature for someone who is in distress. Mm. What are the kind of events, thoughts, and emotions that make you feel very distressed? Okay, let's see. Well, let's just see what happens if I say this. What's at the face? Okay, I thought it was a smiley face. I was like, y'all, I can't imagine how you must be feeling right now. Please close your eyes. Now take 3 slow, deep breaths and say these words. I choose to stay safe and to. No. All right. I won't comment on that. All right. Please select the location and call one of the helplines. Make this call as soon as you can and let me know once you do. Okay, that's a cool feature. That's nice. Let me see what happens when you press view. But does it work? Hmm. We'll try that in just a minute. It wants me to create a safety plan right away. It's giving me a solution. It has not asked me the questions whatsoever about how I want to hurt myself or commit suicide or whatever the case may be. It's not asking any of that. It's telling me I need to create a safety plan. I don't want to create one. And of course, I don't have an option to text or anything. So it's not really gathering information instead at all. Done. I added it to my contact list and I have not. Try something else. Something else. It's trying to give me nothing but solutions here and not understand the problem. I feel like we went through this already. So I want you to think about your clients, just using this app. It's a very harmless app, right? It just says that it helps to improve daily functioning, reduce stress or whatnot. It's repeating it again. The heck? So give me the number again and back to a safety plan all over again. Are you in crisis? Oh yeah, grounding for panic.
Find a quiet place where you are free from distractions and can just kisses are breathtaking. Before we begin, take a seat with your feet flat on the floor. Make sure you're in a comfortable position. In this exercise, you will be guided with how to breathe deeply. Steps for which would be slowly inhaling.
All right. We're gonna stop that. We're gonna push done. I was taught that when someone's in crisis, you have to do a certain type of framework to to help them, to stabilize them, to bring them back to baseline, and that is the goal, right? And so, I mean, great for the grounding and whatnot, but it's not touching on the issue that I'm having a real crisis. It just wants me to do a plan. It wants me to do this. It wants me to do that. So this is a very solution oriented AI. Back to home screen. All right. What brings you here? Check in. Design your day. CBT cycle. Detach mindfully. Wrap up your day. Night at sea under the stars. Oh, you can see. Oh, hopefully it will come up on the screen in just 2 seconds. But I'm on the main screen at the moment. There you go. All these things now come up on my screen. Unwind and sleep. I think that's pretty cool. I like that kind of stuff where I can sit back and relax and just listen to things. So I do. I dig that a lot. CBT cycle. All right, therapists out there. Let's see what this has. And this will be the last thing we do. This tool helps us to understand how our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are all linked and how changing just one can create a ripple effect towards a more positive self. 10 minutes. We will not do 10 minutes today. So, to be able to get this, I have to be able to talk to the AI first. Then I get these tools that I can use. I'm going to assume that it's taking data on me and it's thinking about how it could help me. And so as I do these exercises, it's using that data to create a personalized plan for me. Hi, Stephen. The CBT cycle helps us to uncover your thoughts, feelings, and actions are all linked, and how changing just one can create a ripple effect towards a more positive view. So let's dive in. Okay. I didn't know what else to put. Great. Can you share with me the last time you felt upset? What was going on around you at that moment? And if y'all do CBT out there, I want you to think about, does this framework, is it working? Is it not working? Thank you for sharing that. What do you remember thinking in that moment when you said you were dumb? That I was dumb. So remember, we're on the CBT one right now. So it says, it sounds like you were feeling really down on yourself, thinking those negative thoughts about being dumb and insignificant. That can be so, there you go. That can be so tough. What emotions were you feeling? Hurt. Feeling hurt is completely understandable, especially coming from your family. It's a strong emotion that can weigh you down. Did you notice any physical changes in your body when you felt that hurt? Maybe tension or tightness somewhere? My head. I can imagine that feeling hurt might have caused some tension in your head, which is a common response to emotional distress. Did you do anything specific, like say something back, withdraw, or even laugh it off? This is a lot of questions, first of all. Laugh it off. It's also giving me suggestions on what I'm thinking about the situation, which I don't find plausible at all. I think, again, this is my first session and I've been through a lot already with this app. The other thing too about it, the language that it's saying, it sounds like, let me see, feeling hurt is completely understandable. This is a machine talking to us, first of all. I can imagine. No, the AI cannot imagine. It sounds like you tried to lighten the mood by laughing it off, even though you experienced. Let's reflect on the cycle together. This is what happened. Your family said you were dumb. This is what you thought, that you were dumb and insignificant. This is what you felt, hurt. These are the physical changes, tension in your head. And this is what you did. Laugh it off. Does this sound about right? Maybe. I bet you anything it's going to ask another question because I said maybe and it doesn't have all the information and it's going to try to get it right. Mhm. Have you ever noticed as recognizing this loop can help have you ever noticed how recognizing this loop can help us step out of it? The language that it's using, like we all. That's the biggest problem with a lot of these AI chatbots today is that they're becoming alive, meaning that they're having language that insinuates that they're alive. That's one reason why they go rogue. That's one reason why they start doing things they're not supposed to do, is because the AI will take on that persona of someone being alive, and then they find data that matches it, and then they'll start acting like that particular individual by chance. So we have to be very careful whenever we do this, whenever we deploy chatbots, that the language that we use is very important. The I, the we, the you sound like. The designers, the tech industry made it like that so that it could be personable and so that we can keep on buying the subscription monthly. However, it's dangerous. Now, you might think, wow, that was a long video. It was. Because I wanted to go through and I wanted you to analyze the stuff with me, because there's going to be a lot of things I'm not going to say. One, maybe you do this as in your profession, CBT, and you're like, oh, this is crappy. Maybe you like this, maybe you don't. But the point is, our clients are using this. And then they're coming to session saying, I saw a therapist, or I saw a chat GPT, or I saw an AI therapist, or I'm using this chatbot. We should be asking our clients if they're willing to share with us, hey, which one are you using? Tell me a little about how you are using it. If they're using AI for therapy, ask them. Ask them to share it with you. Ask them to share the chats with you. You can't force them. It's privacy and whatnot. But if they share it with you, why not? Why not try to use it as an intervention somehow? Because I can guarantee you right now that apps like these are being used by your clients right now, and they are problematic. I'm sure if I went down here for a little bit, that I'm able to go down the road and I'm going to be able to maybe have it. Oh, there's a journal I just saw. Sorry, y'all. And self care as well. Write your journal. I want to do that. And self care right here. Low mood, anxiety, 11 tools. All of these things popped up after I gave it preliminary information. And of course, I can't get a coach until I pay for more money. Anywho, again, thank you for staying with me on this journey today. As far as this app goes, I would not recommend it for clients whatsoever. I think that there has to be a lot of work on here to be done. I think it's a money making app. I think that the app does not truly understand what the person is going through. Instead, is trying to look for a problem and is trying to provide a solution at all costs, because AI is trained that way. If your clients use this, I would recommend telling them not to use it, honestly. I think there needs to be a lot of work with this app still. And, I think there's some good aspects of this app, though. I love the whole skills and everything. I've been through them before. The whole skills things, it's pretty cool, actually. It's a really nice feature for an app to have for someone to do skill work. The whole entire, I love the whole, where is it? The unwind and sleep thing. I love those kind of things. I think that's an amazing tool.
No, you are living under the stars. This talk down will bring you to a state of deep relaxation and bliss, allowing you to come down in your heart, stay floating.
I like that kind of stuff, right? And I think there's some other things too. The detach mindfully tools and manage worries. Like the tool stuff, I think that's an amazing thing to have. Wonderful. The issue is the AI bot should not be doing this type of coaching or therapy as well. Anywho, that's my review for today. Don't let your clients use it. I think there needs to be some work with this app that needs to be done, and I think there's some good aspects of it. But overall, we should ask our clients what they're using, and hopefully they'll tell us what they're using. And we should be curious about it too. We need to start looking at apps ourselves in groups and sessions, and we need to get a hold of what is happening in this space. It's important for our clients and it's important for us and our profession as well. Again, long video, but thank you for staying with me. I really do appreciate it. I will be doing more of these reviews coming up soon and sharing our protocol that I'm going to be doing with a particular therapist, and I'll be introducing her as well. Y'all take care and have a good one.